Is Aquastar a pun?
No. But the geometry of these planets have always confused me, because we see very clearly that Aquastar is completely surrounded in water, yet we're walking on solid land.
That is actually a good point.
I mean, there was that little bit of rock in the middle, so what, is there like a layer of air between the water and the... I'm confused. Physics is crying in the corner right about now.
Air pockets.
Bubbles, dude. That's what bubbles are.
So here we have the Cameo Power Up, where we turn into the different helpers from Kirby's Dream Land 3. This Power Up's also used for the most guiding it.
Wait, is it literally called the Cameo Power?
No, that's what I call it. You turn into the different characters, and they have the same abilities that they had in the.
Oh damn! That would have been hilarious if it were actually called the
Kirby's
Cameo
Animal Friends.
This is the best one by far, the bird. I think his name's Twitch, I don't really remember. Dreamland 3 was only okay, so I don't remember it very well.
Seeing that, though, kind of makes me think that they had those characters planned for this game, but they decided to scrap it at the last minute and decided to make a cameo power-up out of it.
I think there's
you
something...
need it for the most guide-dang power-up in the game. I mean, it's Crystal Star.
Why is it guide-dang?
Because you need to use the ability of a character that, of course, most people wouldn't know because they never played Dreamland 3.
Basically, you have to use the power to get one of the crystal shards. One of these characters, Rick, can jump up on walls infinitely. You wouldn't know that unless you played Dreamland 3, though, so you need to use that to get one of the shards, and people who never played it are just really confused with how to do it.
I have a question, guys. Okay, this is a long overdue question, but it needs to be asked. Okay,
yes, you are wasting your time with 3 other nerds.
No. By collecting these crystal shards, are we actually plot twist, doing the bad guys' work for them? Like
no.
Last Kirby game? Really?
No.
Oh, we're actually doing the right thing?
This is one of the rare times where Kirby's in the right, for the most part.
Well, Kirby's doing the right thing. I'm sure that his motives are completely evil, as always.
He's only putting on this facade for so long. I mean, we saw last part that the facade was crumbling. He's getting ready to eat all of them.
This is the area where we get introduced with the spear-throwing guys, who are one of the most annoying enemies in the entire game.
Well, they actually have a projectile.
Well, they have a projectile, and they're always positioned in a way that you'll run into them all the time.
So, they're like the ninjutsu mantis, or...
Did you just aim for that thing's projectile with your projectile?
I don't know what I was doing.
It's like I spit on your projectile.
Literally.
What the fuck? Oh, I'm trying to get something
cutter.
I'm trying to get something to respond.
You're trying to get the cutter.
Pains. Gotta strut left.
Damn it!
Gotta strut right.
Thankfully, this is the one game where I'm happy that enemies respawn.
Yeah, because you need to get certain power-ups at certain points and all that, so...
Because, I mean, like, in Mega Man, unless if I'm grinding, it annoys... Fuck!
Jesus Christ.
Ow!
I think wearing a Skull Kid's hat?
I don't know.
It's so freaking happy.
Not the ones on the bottom, though. They're demonic looking.
Wait,
no, they're
is
just
that
in America.
supposed to be a happy face? I thought it was like a U with 2 circles above it. What the fuck?
Well, that's just
it didn't. I looked at it and my brain didn't even register it as supposed to be a face. I just, jeez, that's.
Who are we getting my favorite power up in the entire game?
Well, in a second, I just killed the enemy. We need to get it.
Yeah. Best power up in the game, or my favorite anyway.
Okay, so you're throwing the power up that you already have. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Ted, that's terrible. If you were gonna do something like this, why didn't you let me do it?
That was me, and I did it in half an hour.
Yeah, Johnny would have cut out the white borders.
I did this in half an hour because I was bored. And I changed the color of the lightsaber, so... This took half an hour.
My God, that editing is terrible.
We're not gonna see the result of that battle because we just switched back to Kirby 64.
There was no battle. Everyone died.
Of course, this power rapes everything. Darth Kirby.
Just don't drop it. You'll never get it back.
No, Kirby just keeps on pulling a new one out of his ass every 5 seconds.
Wow, that must be painful.
Having a lightsaber stuck up your ass on,
Well,
mind you?
I'd imagine it'd be turned off until you pulled it out of your ass.
I don't know, we don't hear the vzz. Though the sound effects for this are really similar to a Star Wars lightsaber. And this came out just after Phantom Menace, so I know what they were going for there.
Yeah.
Yay.
Speaking of games based on movie spoofs, I really wish they'd released Gex 2 on the PSN.
You keep harping on that.
Just buckle down and get the original game already.
I had the original game.
Well, get it again. You can get it easily on Amazon.
Yay, Kirby Dream Land 3 Remix.
It's
This
like
track-
they released 1, they released 3. What about number 2?
And you will compensate by getting a physical release on Amazon.
But every time I get a physical release of a PS1 game these days, someone breaks it.
Well, that's your fucking fault. Take
No,
better
it's
care of your
not.
shit.
It's my stepsister's or someone else's.
Do 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 do.
One of the
I just found a link on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon for $5, Lewis. $5.
Wait, really? Oh,
You can
awesome.
also get Jersey Devil for $9.25. I didn't like Jersey Devil.
Jersey
Yeah, this is
Devil
one of the
was really stiff, actually.
I was turned off the moment I played the Devil. This looks nothing like New Jersey.
I love this track to death.
It's one of the few remixes in this game, actually.
There's this and Butter Building way later on, but other than that, that's about it. This
Which is rare for a Kirby game.
I like this mix better than the original, which is
Hold right to not die.
Pretty much.
Sonic Rush area. Oh! Best power in the game. Fire and ice.
He melts.
Turn into a melting ice cube.
What?
That's hilarious.
What
Does
did
it
you
actually do anything?
No.
No. What did you expect?
It's like, yeah, this is what you get for trying to mix those two powers together, dumbass.
You're supposed to have a rock fire for this area, though, so I fucked that up. I'm gonna have to backtrack later on.
Oh, well.
Oh, great.
Well, you
Don't
only
say-
have to sit through a jump cut, so...
Yeah. Thankfully, this boss is easy enough to kill with projectile attacks anyway, so it's not a huge deal.
Oh, this is a boss.
Well, a mini
Yeah,
boss.
it's a boss.
But...
It was just a
I
giant
thought-
enemy crab.
I was just gonna say, I thought it was just a giant mook.
The mini bosses in this game are all giant mooks.
Now we get
So
to go on a river ride with the hardest boss in all of existence.
This is the first of 3 segments where we ride in a vehicle with Waddle Dee. Basically, you only get to jump. You're going forward automatically. So you just got, whenever you need to jump, that little exclamation point will appear, and that's when you know to jump.
Kirby,
So-
put your hands in the air!
So Waddle Dee's power is the ability to see when things are about to crash into his face.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna need you all to lean to the right. We've got a big turn coming up ahead. You know, it's really hard to do this sort of job when I don't have a mouth to talk.
He's talking to himself like that.
Now I'm just imagining Waddle Dee in one of those Disneyland outfits.
You know, that canoe thingamafucker, it lands really smoothly when jumping off waterfall.
Ooh, invincibility.
Yay!
And it's not the same music, aw.
I like this music too, but I will agree that I'm more
original's
partial
better.
to the original Invincibility theme.
Well, the original is just a lot faster and spastic.
Yeah,
Which-
I can understand them wanting to change it though, because I can't imagine it sounding very good with anything resembling real instruments.
You'd be
Well, wait, hold on.
surprised.
Well, hold on. Did they have the Invincibility candy at all in Superstar?
Yeah,
How did it sound in there?
sounded just fine.
Okay, well then I can't imagine it sounding that much worse with 64 MIDI files. So now, instead of going down the mountain stream, we're going up the mountain stream.
Woo.
It does sorta kinda push you back, so you gotta watch
Very
out.
lightly.
It's not so much the water as the uphill incline that poses a challenge right here.
There's also these spike logs, which are annoying, because if you happen to get hit by them, you'll be pushed back over and over again, and by the time you get to control yourself again, your invincibility frames will run out. So you'll get hit again, and then you get pushed back a little bit more.
A devious trap.
Yeah. This is also where you really start to see my fail shining through, because I'm playing very cautiously, because I somehow allowed myself to get
To one
down
health.
to 1 health.
Yeah, definitely
Eager
worse
to
than my
see.
Sonic 3 and Knuckles playthrough.
Majestic
No, it's-
Kirby getting ready to spawn. You must
Oh,
watch out for the treacherous spiked logs. Fire-breathing, whatever.
I have a question. How did the logs grow spikes?
They were cut that way.
They're sentient and they have a mind of their own, so they figured, you know what? I need more spikes.
They were corrupted by dark matter. When dark
Indeed.
matter corrupts a tree, it just grows spikes. Not very threatening.
Because let's face it, in the end, it's still a fucking tree.
And that's why Wispy Wood sucks.
Ugh.
Damn it.
No
Oh,
food for
I
you.
missed it by an inch. I just don't have the strength to grab it anymore.
Ow, ow, ow. See, stuff like that happens. Only since the logs keep on going, you'll get hit again.
So you needed fire rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, fire rock.
Okay,
If
no,
you
Kirby.
use it, it sort of just, you get to aim where you're shooting. So, that's nice, I guess.
Now we're on the beach.
This is the level with the, what's it? The guy dang it crystal.
Yeah.
So you're gonna, thankfully the game gives you the power, the enemies you need to get the right power by the end. So that's, the game doesn't always do that, by the way. There are some levels where you're just gonna have to go into it with the power you need.
Alright, I know we're part 3, I should have asked this earlier. But the circles in the bottom are your health, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What are the smaller increments?
Those are basically your coin counter. If you get 100 stars, you get an extra life.
I'm not sure if it's 100, but I think it's 50? I don't
Well,
remember.
it's usually either 50 or 100.
Whatever number it is, if it gets all the way full, you get another extra life. There aren't actually a lot of Kirby games with that sort of coin thing in it. The only ones I can think of off the top of my head are this and Return to Dreamland, where you collect these little stars. I mean, I don't think the games really need them, but... eh. I mean, even with them, I end this game with a lower health, a lower life total than I did in
Your own LP.
Nightmare in Dreamland. Well, my own
Little-
my own LP, yes.
The little star emblems kind of remind me of Luma's.
They
They
kind of
do.
do. Hold on. You need to have
Cutter.
cutter bomb for fuck. You need to have cutter bomb for one of the powers in this area. So for one of the shards in this area, I should say. So make sure you get that right here.
Yeah, you need a power to get a power.
No, there are no situations where you need to use a certain power to unlock a door to get the other power that you need. That would be a little bit.
Shuriken mines.
Well, they're one of the best. It's one of the best powers in the game.
Yeah, just because it's a projectile and it's fast. If you're having trouble on a boss, I'd recommend bringing either this or Drill Kirby into it. Maybe
Or-
Sword Kirby.
Darth Kirby.
Darth Kirby, you have to get a little bit close. Here, you can just sort of hang back and dodge a little bit easier. You don't know how frustrated I was because I had just gotten the power and then I died, so I lose it. Thankfully, you can go back to the previous area and get the power again, so you're not locked out in this situation.
Gordos are still indestructible.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't kill them in any Wait. Part of me is starting to think that in Kirby Amazing Mirror, the sword you get at the very end of the game can kill them, but don't quote me on that because I almost never play that game.
You're already at full health.
Is that why it's not considered a good Kirby game? Because you can actually kill Gordos? This isn't right.
Sure.
No, people.
This is
Amazing Mirror has a stupidly large fan base who will defend it. You want to know what my main problem with Amazing Mirror is? Johnny, you know how annoying it is to swap between the Wave and Ice Beams in Metroid 1? Imagine having to do that for every single power you need to get in the entire game.
Are they at least located close enough to each other?
No,
Not
really.
really. So
Thanks.
that's
Thanks for the
sort of why I
support, Dedede.
yeah.
It's like totally worth recruiting this guy so he can slingshot us across pits with seesaws.
Well, he wants to get that there Kirby.
I think
that thing with the maracas just makes me chuckle. I don't know why.
Oh, if you want a hunk of fat and juicy meat, you take him, buddy. Over here, here's a treat.
It's an enemy, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's just the background of it. Minding its own business.
If you get close enough to one of them
You
in the
know.
actual foreground, it will try to hit you. But that's about
Maybe
it.
we should try swimming around the big ass stumps.
Nah. Okay, now be very careful here because you need to use a rock power to kill this guy. But if you're too close to him, you can fall into that hole there and miss the power. And miss
Crystal
the
shard.
shard. Miss the shard. Because you're locked out of the above area once you go into a mini-boss room. And you'll miss your chance to bring Cutter Rock into this area if you don't kill him with that power.
You have the guy ding at power.
Yeah, this is the worst example of it in the game. And for some reason, rocks can't go past through platforms. Don't know why. So anyway, first off, what's annoying about it is you have to press B randomly until you get Rick, which can take longer than it should.
I was going to ask you, is the forms established?
It's random.
B over and over again, or you have to hit the C stick button? I'm not sure.
It's
It's-
just B is attack.
It's random, and then you gotta jump all the way up here. You can't
There's
reach if you try to fly, it's just... Ugh.
That is the least impressive wall jump I've ever seen in my life.
Well, he's only wall jumping up a single wall, so there's that.
Even X looked better doing that.
X looks kind of cool doing that. Kirby's just kind of like, eh.
Well, more so Rick than Kirby, but... He's an Australian for some reason.
So, these platforms, if you land on them, the logs will start to roll down. You know, physics and all that shit. These are some very... Well, that actually brings up a good point. What are these logs attached... What are these platforms attached to?
Just floating.
Well, no, they're attached to the wall. Are they just held on with, like, Elmer's glue or something, and the lightest of weights will cause them to break?
Sure, why not?
The platforms are...
If you look closely at the part of the platform that's attached to the wall, you'll see that the bottom corner actually clips into the wall when it tilts down.
Well, it's an N64 game. Clipping
Okay.
and stuff was common. So, even though this is a water level, there's been a surprising deficiency of swimming. We better fix that now, shall we?
How about no?
Oh,
I hate swimming levels.
God damn it.
Ow.
No one.
This area has a nice music piece, though.
That
not-
totally makes up for it being annoying as fuck.
It's not that bad.
Thus, another
It
enemy
looks
whose
that
attack
bad.
looks like it's another enemy that looks like it's terrified of something.
Well, they're seeing Kirby running towards them.
Well, they're
I'd
not
be
even looking
frightened
at
too.
Kirby. They're just assuming he's there, and they just happen to be right all the time.
Now, I was thinking that sucking up these rocks would give me rock Kirby, but nope,
No,
guess
he has
not.
to absorb a living thing to get powers.
Sure. Let's go with that. I don't know. Though these bomb fish are here at least. Ow.
Momentum.
See, it's here. It's in this game. And while I was playing the game, I was messing around. Yeah, Kirby keeps some momentum when he's flying in the air. He just slows down very quickly because it's hard to keep afloat or something. I don't know. But there is some momentum kept once Kirby starts flying. So yes, I did check, Johnny. You're welcome.
I don't even recall asking.
Yeah, you said part of it in the Nightmare in Dreamland playthrough. Oh wait, that's right. By the time we're recording this, that hasn't been uploaded yet. So you probably wouldn't remember.
Aren't we uploading this in conjunction with that to celebrate Kirby's
We're-
playthrough?
Yes.
We're gonna do Nightmare first and then this. So you guys already know what we're talking about.
Why did you
Supposedly.
think that would work?
I don't
Because he's
know.
Ted.
Maybe if I close my eyes, it'll go away.
Yeah, that shard's surprisingly hard to get because there's currents going back and forth in that room. So you can miss that one relatively easily and then be pushed into this room where you can't go back anymore. So be careful there, I guess? I don't know. And also, Labyrinth Zone.
Wait, what?
I was gonna say, if the urchins, are these coral reefs deadly? Or no, you seem to be walking past them harmlessly. I was gonna get some severe TMNT dam level flashbacks.
Those things can hurt you, but they're pretty easy to avoid, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep running into things for no good
Have
reason.
you ever played the TMNT game on the NES?
Once.
Is that the one?
That's
wait,
the
which
brutally
one?
hard. The brutally hard one where you
Brutally
can.
hard one.
Is this the Shredder sucks my balls and whatever?
This is the one where Donatello can stab a guy's foot by thrusting his bow staff upwards through the screen.
At his head.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I've never played that one.
Don't.
Oh no, everyone should experience it at least once.
More so the damn level than anything, yes.
Yeah.
Wait, are you saying I should play a bad game, Johnny?
I think everyone needs the healthy dose of
Bad
Pain,
game design.
yeah.
That's cool.
I love the way the double boomerang power looks. Like, not only does Kirby throw his face at the enemy, but his face grows like 5 times in size and grows saw blades to boot.
That's
I think-
generally the theme with double powers is they're bigger and better. Though not always better.
I think everyone should at least play bad games at least once a year to make you appreciate the good games more.
I appreciate the good games. I play plenty.
No. We're adding this to your list of Sonic Genesis and Big Rigs.
No, never.
Johnny, you're bringing it in March.
No.
Okay, I will bring them in March, assuming all plans are final. I think it's pretty much guaranteed at this point.
Yeah.
So I want a TMNT playthrough for this channel, and I want Ted to play it.
What? No.
Ted, you can use save states for all I care. You need to experience it.
What do I get?
Want the
I've
Pokemon
already
too.
played my share of bad games for this channel, so don't come to me when you want shit like this done.
Count Sonic 06 as multiple games.
Sonic 06, The Lost Worlds.
I did Zelda 1. That's
Zelda
bad.
1 is not a bad game.
Yes, it
It's
is.
just old.
It's just an incredibly old
Oh
game.
god, we sparked the flames again.
We didn't stop the fire.
You want to talk about sparking flames? Let's get into a Metroid debate.
I thought Other M wasn't that bad.
We're killing Free Willy.
This is a whale, not a shark, for the record.
Its first name isn't Free. It's
name's-
just Willy.
I think its name is Acro or something. And I got really lucky there because its belly flip would have hit me if
Oh,
I
I'm
didn't.
glad to know I'm not the only one who gets annoyed whenever someone looks at a killer whale and calls it Free Willy.
Oh no, it's falling apart. Oh no. By the way, the shark isn't dead. He's gonna come up sooner or later.
It's a whale.
That was a shark? I thought it was a whale.
It is a whale. I'm sorry. I call it a shark by habit.
You were
'cause
the
that's
one
what...
who said it's not a shark, it's a whale.
Okay, I
Now,
always called it a shark when I played the
2
game when I
seconds
was...
later, you go and call it a shark.
Well, when I played the game as a kid, I always called it a shark, but when I did research on it when I was older, I learned that it was actually a whale. So
It's
even
about-
though I know it's a whale, I consciously call it a
You probably confuse it for a shark because it's
I have a
predatory nature.
question. How did you ever confuse it for a shark in the first place?
Because I was 6 years old. Well, not 6. I was 7 years.
Looked even remotely sharkish.
Because it's Free Willy.
It has a fin and it has sharp teeth. That was enough.
I was
for my
going to say, I
7-year-old
think
brain.
Ted just called it a shark because of its predatory nature. And orcas, while they're dubbed killer whales, I don't think they're as aggressive as sharks.
Yeah, we're throwing rocks at the water.
Didn't we have something important we were supposed to be doing? Like saving the world or something?
Dude, tidal wave.
Kirby gets the shit beaten out of him quite a lot in this game.
That throw took. He drew in so much energy from that throw. It was called the tidal wave to envelop him.
Well, this is, Ted, to answer your question, this is just the world getting back at Kirby for killing everything he sees.
For
I guess he
eating
just-
everything he sees.
I think he deserved a
Neostar.
bit of that karma, yes.
Is that a pun?
I don't think so.
These level names are getting really boring.
You were upset when they were Popstar and Rockstar, and now you're bored. Make your mind.
Well, better a horrible pun than nothing at all, you know?